have you guys seen the exchange between Tyler and Dinesh? Dude, that was so brutal, man. Holy fuck. Let me see if I can find it. This has been like the drama going on. Basically, Tyler Oliveira was gonna do a video about a poop throwing festival in India, right? I went to a poop throwing festival in India, right? So he was making a documentary about it, and everyone jumped on him. Like he got doxxed. He got a lot of death threats from people, from like, you know, from Indian people. And Dinesh D'Souza replied with like this, basically. Hold on, right here, where he says, "How about commenting on this festival? It seems like future belongs to the poop throwers." Right? So he basically was like showing that, like, I guess Asians make more money, so the future belongs to like poop throwers, which is like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, why would you post that, right? So Dinesh D'Souza here. "I don't think these losers understand how I react to this abuse. I react in the way the Duke of Kent would react to the caterwauling of a street heckler. I don't seek a duel. I'm simply entertained by the stupidity. My wife tells me I enjoy these plebeian tantrums way too much." And then, anyway, so this is Tyler Oliveira's like response to it. Asian, but not which Asians. Well, which culture? The thing is Asia's very big. Just like, you know, it's kind of dumb. It's like saying like Europeans, right? Like there's so many different cultures there, right? It doesn't make sense to like use it like in that way. Yeah, there's so many like different cultures in Asia. Like obviously, like the different cultures would like kind of. Anyway, that doesn't make sense. But anyway, this is what Tyler said. "Shut the fuck up, Dinesh. Unprovoked, your response to my family and I being doxxed, threatened, and harassed by Indian nationalists, infuriated by my documentation of a poop throwing festival, was not sympathy as a fellow American. Nope. You posted a screenshot of median household income of Asian households earning more than white American households. Who the fuck does that? It gives the impression that all you see is GDP. If you believed in a colorblind American solidarity, then why is your first instinct to defend anonymous Indians threatening to grape my imaginary sister and mother with a screenshot of a household income stats among ethnic groups in America? Why are the identity politics convenient for you but not for anyone else? Are you Indian? Are you Indian American? American? Is America simply an economic exploitation zone ripe for the blundering? Are you loyal to America first and foremost? Why would you instinctively relate and defend a rural village of Indians throwing cow poop at one another and Indian nationalists doxing my family rather than a fellow American?" And I think he has a really good point here. Like, why is he rushing to defend? Like, nobody said anything about Indian Americans, right? Like, if you should, and this is the weird thing. This is the weird defensive thing that people do, where if you say like, look at this thing that is happening in this community, people automatically assume it's some racial angle when it's not even like really a racial angle, right? Because if he documents people in India that are throwing poop at each other, what does it have to do with immigrants who came from India to America? It doesn't have anything to do with that. Why would you have sympathy for that when that's not even your culture? Do you see what I mean? Like, why would you? Why? How does that make any sense? Anyway, so he continues. "Family gets doxxed after filming a poop throwing festival, but what about the median household income amongst Asians? Fuck you." Yeah. And I mean, I totally agree with this. Like, I actually totally agree with like his take on here, and that this is a really stupid take to have, basically. What and the funny thing is like this really does raise an interesting question, and this is one that I have to be very careful here. This is a question that a lot of people have asked and have been called racist and awful for it. And this is a question towards all ethnic groups, really. That if you're an American and your heritage is from another country, to where does your loyalty lie? And I think it's a very important question. And in this case, like, why, if this is happening, if there's a small village in India and they're throwing poop at each other and a person documents that and you get mad at it, like personally offended by it, to the point that you would say, well, Asians are doing better in America anyway. Well, why the fuck would you? Why are you siding with the people that are doxing a fellow American? Why are you feeling threatened by a documentary about a poop throwing festival in India? If you're an American, why should that bother you? And this kind of reminds me of like I get this happens a lot where people will be like, and this happened, you know, like when I used to work, right? They would ask me, oh, Leaflit, where are you from? I'd just be like, America. You know what I mean? And they'd be like, no, but where are you from? I'm like, America. I'm American. I grew up in like small town America and like American. And I did this. I did the square dancing and the line dancing when I was a kid. Like, wait, I learned all of the classic American songs. What the fuck do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like it's I don't know. Like, it's so weird to me that like obviously you would have a case where people do doubt like they do doubt your loyalty when you say things like this. So I think that I think it's a valid criticism, really, and a lot of people would consider that to be like incredibly racist. To be like, well, who are you loyal to? Well, I think it's a good question. If that country went to war with America tomorrow, like, whose side are you on? Right? I don't know. Is California actually America? So is California actually okay? So you're saying I'm from California, so is that really America? So I hate to break it to you, but there's a lot of places, especially like when I grew up. It's a little bit less so now, but when I grew up, you know, when I was a kid, there were a lot of places that were more. They weren't like how it is. It wasn't how it is now. California, even today, there's a lot of pockets in California that are very American. Like even the last place I lived in California before I moved to Texas, that town was very, very pro-Trump. They used to have Trump parades. We had like a heritage center and all of that. I lived in like a kind of right on the edge of the countryside sort of area. Like, you know, you go to the farm to like you can go to a farm to buy vegetables and like meat and stuff like that. I used to exclusively buy my eggs straight from a farmer. I would just go to their place and like buy eggs from them. And a lot of places in California are actually not like the big cities. Like the big cities are completely different and the culture is completely different from like San Francisco to like you go out into like, you know, middle California. The further you are from the cities, like the more you have more American culture stuff, basically. A lot of the places, even now, like for instance, like my district, when I was there, did vote for Trump. Like So, there's a lot of people in California that are not crazy. They're just really drowned out. And I don't know if it's drowned out or if there's some kind of shit going on in terms of shenanigans, if you will. There could be a lot of shenanigans, right, going on, and that's true. But there's a lot of people in California that are far more pro America and far more pro MAGA than people in like Austin, Texas. So like to basically discount everyone in California when places like Austin, Texas exist, it's just retarded, to be honest. To what I said earlier, I think it does raise the question where if your first instinct is to like defend people from the middle of nowhere that you have, I mean, that you should be not really relating to that, if that makes sense what I'm saying. And even in India, I'm sure there's people that don't throw poop. So it's kind of weird that like you would relate to people in like a small town doing a weird thing. I just don't get it. And it's not even like Tyler Oliveira is like, it's not like he went there and made up a poop festival. He literally just went there and filmed it, which is like, it's crazy to like try to be like, oh, this is like some fucked up thing he did when all he did was document the thing that happened. It's ridiculous. Anyway, he did a little bit of trolling where he said, after much consideration, I've decided I will not be releasing my documentary capturing India's poop throwing festival. I have been doxxed and threatened by thousands of Indians over the last 2 weeks. Tens of thousands of Indians have turned my life into a living hell. My family has been attacked in ways I never could have imagined. Showing up to this poop festival was the worst decision of my life, and I severely underestimated the power of India. I am only one man. I cannot defeat the combined power of 1.5 billion Indians who yearn for my destruction. I simply cannot continue fighting this war, and I must choose my battles. This one simply isn't worth it. I never meant to offend Indians, their religion, or their culture. I wanted to participate in this unusual poop-throwing festival and share it for the world to see. I ask the Indians reading this, please leave my family alone, thank you. And everyone was like, oh, is this bait? You have like Kangmin here being like, oh, right? And so anyway, a bunch of people were like, this is bait, no fucking way, right? And then he said, psych, India poop throwing festival is out now. Americans do not negotiate with terrorists. You can dox, threaten, harass, or kill me, but I will still keep... Damn, he's gonna respawn? Yo, this guy's got the Deus Ex Machina. He's gonna just respawn. That's crazy. Yeah, gotcha, bitch. And I will keep going. I am unstoppable. I will never stop fighting for the truth. The funniest result of this bait was Dinesh D'Souza going mask off. Dude, I did not expect that. That was actually incredible. Absolutely goated plot twist. We will never stop believing you. Man, that's actually incredible that he fucking he literally pooped. The irony is he pooped on Dinesh D'Souza. That's incredible. The United States of America believes in free speech. We will not bow down to the doxers. We will not bow down to the death threats. We believe in filming poop throwing festivals in 4K. We do not negotiate with cyber terrorists. We are Americans. And dude, honestly, like, this is huge. Like, this is... I love this so much. Like, this is how it should be. Mask off, Dinesh. You got pump faked. Whatever happened to no more identity politics? This dude gets absolutely fucking shitted on. Absolutely shitted on, man. Incredible. Your skin color is the least interesting thing about you. Black is boring, white is boring, race is boring. Let's move on to something else. And then Tyler, like, basically baits the entire thing with a poop throwing festival, and Dinesh uses the opportunity to dunk on him because he had all of the momentum. But Tyler had the fucking Uno reverse card in his pocket the entire time. And the funny thing is, chat, the funniest thing about it is it was the most obvious bait of all time. It was so like, how did he not see this coming? How did he not know? Oh my god, dude. How did he not know? That's incredible. But to use the Tyler Oliveira post to then be like, ha, we make more money than you, is like, we make more money than the white people. Like, fucking what the hell? What the hell, Dinesh? This guy is getting doxxed. His family is getting death threats. And the first thing you're like, let me dunk on this guy because Asians have more money. Like, this is fucking so stupid. How do you fall for this? My god. Yeah, it's an absolutely stupid flex. Absolutely. Absolutely stupid. Man, that's crazy. You guys want to watch the video? Is it time to watch the video? All right, here we go. Oh god, it looks so bad.